Peace, love, and darkness. This is the Cursed Prophet. Some call me Moses, but welcome to my page of the cross. I can't even get it right. The Cursed Prophet. Welcome to the page of the Cursed Prophet. I am a master of divination cards, born clairaudient with the veil lifted. I'm a root worker, all that good shit. A spiritualist, a root man, whatever you want to call it. We'll do a different introduction, on a different video. I've been thinking of various topics to talk about, and of course, just like the rest of us, we all steal content from different YouTube users or people in our lives. And I know there's another page that I'm a really big fan of, and they kind of when they explain stuff, they explain a lot of the stuff and they incorporate Hollywood into it. So I was trying to not do my page like theirs, or end up in the line of fire and in combat against these folk. So with that being said, I want to talk about Basketball Wives and what happened tonight on Basketball Wives and why it was on some bullshit. Now, tonight on Basketball Wives, if you are a fan or you're a viewer, if you did get to catch it tonight, if you didn't, don't watch any further. Spoiler alert. Tonight was a night when everything came out, in a sense, about this whole rumor with Jackie Christie and Malaysia Pargo and the new girl Dominique, Jennifer Williams' best friend, or friend, the new girl she's trying to bring into the circle. So as the rumor goes, is that apparently, I guess Jackie had gotten a call or seen something on social media, or someone had DM'd her on Instagram, or however that works. I don't use those platforms for anything. I really stay off the grid. But apparently some guy, gay guy, so it's kind of messy, I think from Atlanta, and I think that's where they were at. This episode was in Atlanta? I'm not sure, I don't remember. He apparently messaged her and said that Jennifer Williams had said a whole bunch of shit about Malaysia's parenting, about her kids being dirty, about her lifestyle was kind of a facade, and that's the reason why she's moving from LA to Atlanta, and she actually was kicked out of her house because she couldn't afford the rent, blase, 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 blah, whatever. So how the story goes is that he DM'd her with all this information, and for some reason Jackie decided to, I believe in the episode she questioned, it was her and OG and Jennifer, so they had all went out on an outing, and she kind of had brought whatever was told to her to light to Jennifer and asked her, and at first it seemed like everything was going good. I was like, okay, this is Malaysia's homegirl, of course you're with Jennifer right now, check the bitch, check the bitch, see what's going on, get the information, ask her if she's lying, did she say it? We all know that Jennifer Williams lies, so she probably did say it, but I don't think Jackie saw how the events and the tables were going to turn against her, and right off the bat, this is where Jackie went wrong. So she was right when she confronted Jennifer Williams with OG. That was cool. But once she started to, I think in the next scene, or the scene in the episode, she discussed the rumor with, I believe it was Tammy, Kristen, OG, and then it was Jackie. So Jackie discussed it with them. And then I want to say she somehow discussed it with, she was with Evelyn. That's what it was. This is where stuff started to get sticky. She was with Phoebe, the new girl Phoebe from Brooklyn, the little skinny light-skinned girl, and then Evelyn Lozada. And they were at a stripping class or a pole dancing class to lose weight. And then, of course, they were doing that. And then Jackie brought it up to Evelyn Lozada and Phoebe. and was telling them, what the what's up was and what the rumor was. And Evan Lazada and then were like, well, yo, like, can we call this dude? Can we get a number? Like, I know Jenna's not spreading all this bullshit, and she just came out of the rut that she was in with all the girls in the circle. Like, this is some crazy shit. Like, this bitch is always at it, which she really is. So they call up the guy, and he pretty much confirms what Jackie Christie said. And this is where it goes kind of wrong for me. I'm not sure how much or how often that Malaysia Pargo and Jackie Christie talk actually while the show's not taping, or even when the show is taping. I know that over the years they have been really close friends, and then Jackie was on some bullshit for a couple of seasons, and all the girls were kind of, not fucking with her. And this season she really came in, even part of like last season, she came in and she really was trying to mend fences with everybody, because the bullshit that she was on, it just was not working for her. Jackie is a Leo. Of course, like I said, I am a spiritualist, and this page will talk about spirituality, and we'll get to that in a different episode. But on this one, I want to focus on Basketball Wives. But I grew up with a Leo mom, and it was funny. I was just watching an astrologist, or someone who deals with astrology, like heavily in your natal chart, and they were talking about Leos and how Leos, a lot of people can right off the back notice their egos. They're very egotistical. They can kind of be, I'm not going to say materialistic because that's more of the Taurus. But they like what they like. So, Leo rules the heart chakra. So what they love, and they love, and they want to have it, and they love to spread their love. And you saw this a lot of time with Jackie. The whole thing with Jackie and her doing all this bullshit over the past couple seasons, where she was having all these issues with girls who she was once friends with, or the clique of the Basketball Wives. Uh, just her being in a bad place, or always being in the center of the bullshit. What it was is that Jackie wanted to be seen, and Jackie wanted somebody to accept her. And you throw a little alcohol in there, it's very evident that she's kind of like an alcoholic. But I guess if you got a family to support you, you're making your money, you're on your grind, you're not hurting nobody. Uh, I don't want to throw her in that category of being an alcoholic. That's kind of rude, but it's kind of evident. Jackie likes to drink. So maybe she's not an alcoholic, but she definitely loves her wine and her Versailles and her cognac and whatever. She likes to drink. She likes to have fun, but drinking is definitely her thing. Everybody's got a thing in this world, and if you don't, bitch, go find something, because this world is just a motherfucking mess. Everybody needs some kind of weed, coke, crack, something to do with this motherfucking bullshit on this earth. But that's what you saw over the course of the past couple seasons. I know I missed one of the seasons, so I'm not gonna actually say exactly what seasons I'm talking about. I think it was like between the last 4 seasons. You've kind of saw Jackie up, then down, then up, as far as it goes as her position in the group. And of course, you've noticed that we have lost a lot of girls, and some new girls have come back, and some old girls have come back and then left, and whatever. So let's get back to Jackie. Jackie has always wanted the approval of these females, and which I don't get why, because Jackie is a boss bitch. Uh, Being a Leo, she should be very centered and very aware of her power, which I think she's very aware of her power, but she still wanted this recognition, and it probably started in childhood. The lady who I was watching when she was talking about the zodiacs, and she was talking about the different zodiacs and the parenting, and how when we come to these signs, like literally, if you look at the cancer always is like in this victim mode. Like, my parents do this because my brother, he's a cancer, and my mom, she was an awesome mom. I mean, awesome, over the board awesome, to the fact that people were like, you're letting your kids run over top of you. We have everything that we want. If we go in the store, we want it, we have it. If she has the money, she's going to buy it. So over the past couple years, as the hormones kicked in, my brother is now 20. There was a lot of things that came out of him, and we grew up in the same household, and I just could not agree. I was like, Mom didn't do this. I don't know why you feel victimized, whatever. So this lady, who was an astrologist, or a master of reading the natal chart and bringing you the information you need, she talked about the various different signs, and how each of us are born into we are born into a certain family based off our sign and the energies that surround us, and usually down to a T for every sign, regardless of what you're born on. The Taurus goes through this with their parents, the Leo goes through this with their parents, blah, blah, blah. So with the Leo, a lot of times they have issues with either the mother or usually the father, and usually there's probably more kids born in the house. But even if it's not, it's like for some reason the energies in the universe will take the father away, even if he's present, but he'll be very distant, or he's not there in a sense. If you can get what I'm saying, he's there, but he's not there. So they always have this feeling of needing or wanting the recognition from somebody. So the Leo was always the person like, look at me, look, daddy, look, I'm diving, I'm swimming, look at me, like I did it really good, I did it in under 5 seconds. Even now, because with my mom, like, even now and that, like, if anybody calls in the family, and some of these people have did her shitty, and even if they haven't did her shitty, like, she never gets the same reciprocation for what she's did for them. So if they call her at a drop of dime, oh, I can't get my medicine now, or oh, my car's got to, my mom is there, like, boom, she's always there. And I've always had this issue. I'm an Arian, I'm not for that bullshit, very outspoken, which is the Leo, and my brother, the Cancer, he's learning more of his voice, because they can be kind of introverted, and they go up inside of their shell when they don't feel like they're being heard. And we told her, she's been done wrong. And this is what's going on with Jackie Christie, or what has been going on with Jackie Christie. And I said all that to say this. As I was watching the video, Spirit came to me very quickly and said that Jackie was set up. Now, who was the culprit? For some reason, okay, I'm already going to say Jennifer Williams, and maybe even Dominique. I feel like Dominique, at first I was feeling her, even after the fight with Evelyn Lozada. I was feeling her because she was a real bitch, and Evelyn Lozada knew that. She knew that she didn't want no smoke with her, for real, because you can just tell by certain women the way they carry themselves. I feel like she's got a good household. I feel like she raises her kids right. I feel like she carries herself as a woman right. You can just feel that vibration off of Dominique. Maybe some stuff will unravel the more and more as the show goes on. If she's back next season, whatever. But the more and more I sat there and watched it, I felt like somebody set this up, and it was the domino effect. And Jackie did what she used to do. With reporting information that probably should have went to the person that it was about first before it was spread. But she didn't, and I think a lot of us are not getting that. I don't understand why she didn't just call up Malaysia first and drop the dime. I don't know if Malaysia was doing something or out of town, but even then, like, bitch, if this is a serious that you're saying, and as you see Malaysia's reaction, this was something that you should have called her right off the bat. As soon as you got it, I don't care what Malaysia was doing. If her son, if she was at the hospital, her son, he was halfway in the midst of dying. She should have been like, bitch, take a second. I got some tea, and this is some real shit, and you got to know now. So I guess, in a sense, we are wondering why Jackie Christie didn't bring the information to Malaysia Pargo first. So that was her first fuck up, and that was the first fuck up on the girl code, or on the friend code. She should have shared this with Malaysia Pargo instead of sharing it with the different groups. I understand when she confronted Jennifer Williams. I feel like she was being a friend, and she was like, well, I'm already with her, bitch. I'm going to see what the fuck is up. And then I'm going to bring it back to my friend. What struck me as funny is when not Malaysia, when Jackie Christie walked into the party that Kristen Stewart, Thomas, whoever, the bitch is irrelevant to me. I really don't care for her. But Kristen, the party she was having, Jackie kind of walked in, Malaysia walked up on her, but you could instantly, it was almost like somebody had tipped Jackie off, or Jackie, I feel like Jackie's very intuitive, because she's definitely strategic and stirring up some shit. And she was really good at it the first couple seasons of Basketball Wives, but then they brought in some other bitches who were able to read her and knew what the fuck was coming and had to put a bitch in her place. So then Jackie had to come up with other shit, but we're not going to go back to then. So if you guys watch the same thing I watched, you saw that when Jackie Christie came in, they kind of spoke, but Malaysia wanted to get right down to it, like what the fuck is going on. But Jackie had this sense of hostility, and it could be the Leo. They are for real, like the animal they describe as, like, they're really like the lion. Like, the Leo was good and they're loving and they'll do whatever for you, but once you let them out that cage and they're pissed off. And don't forget that Malaysia is a Leo too, and she's a young Leo, and that whole gang banging kind of off the chain, which Malaysia is trying to she's been bettering herself over the past couple of seasons. I don't think she wants to be that Compton girl that she used to be. She's not going to forget it. Don't let that fool you. She's not going to forget it. But she definitely wants to. She wants to kind of branch out of that, especially because she has sons, and a lot of the police brutality happens in these bigger cities. Because I'm here in Virginia, and I've never seen it, but I've seen the white supremacy because there's a lot of white people here. It's Virginia, so we've seen Malaysia trying to grow as a person and not be as hood. She's kind of being more soft spoken, which Leos can be. You know, they're actually very adaptable, and she's very beautiful. But you know, she kind of walked up like, you know, especially with her kids. My mom is the same way. Like, bitch, you done said what about my cubs, huh? So she's walking up her friend like, you know, what the fuck is going on? But Jackie's reaction is what threw me off. One, in the midst of her trying to confront her, she tried to do some old funny shit and do some reverse psychology and comment on Evan Lozada's outfit. Ooh, girl, like whatever, you look good. Da, 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 I gotta go pee. Da, 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 da. And then she brought the gay guy with her. I don't know if you noticed him, but he starts to pop off eventually into this fight. And I think on the next episode we'll see how that all truly unfolds. But Spirit just kept coming up to me, and excuse me for saying I can't believe I'm saying I hate bitches who say but goodness, I gotta slip by a cigarette. But excuse me, camera fell. But you I just didn't get Jackie Christie's reaction. You think she would have built there after Malaysia, in a sense, maybe would have accused her, fully on accused her? Like, once Malaysia Pargo would have been like, I believe you said it. Like, they didn't really even get that far. She kind of confronted her a little bit. And then Jackie kind of came in. Like, it was kind of like they were funny. Like, it was kind of like chastising. Like, she was like, hey, Malaysia. And Malaysia was like, hey, like, what the fuck is that? Like, I don't know. You don't even have to be a psychic. There's something about that energy, and I can't pinpoint who it was. I know that it was not Phoebe. Could be in there, but Phoebe is a big liar, and a lot of cancers can tend to be liars. They don't like to be called out, is what it is. I don't think they're liars. They don't like to be called out. So they like to do their dirt, and they like to hide. And I've had a lot of cancers tell me this to be true. So she could be more of a messenger. She's collateral damage, but I feel like definitely Jennifer Williams, maybe Dominique, and Evelyn Lozada. And I don't understand why Evelyn Lozada would play a part in this, but there's just something funny. Something didn't sit well about how this rumor, or how it's now being drawn back to Jackie and how she's finna get in trouble or maybe get ass whipped. Like, I understand she kind of broke girl code and friend code by calling everybody else and speaking with them about it and kind of carrying the rumor on further than what it should have went. I can get that, and that deserves the ass whooping. But there's some more powers to be. Like, I can almost see the magic, or two or three people coming together and like plotting this out. And it feels like Jennifer Williams. Like, Jennifer Williams got into good grace, and now she wants to kind of assassinate somebody else or remove maybe some people who were kind of against her. I feel like if Tammy was still coming on the show like she used to, she may even try this plot with Tammy. But she's not dumb, because Tammy's an Aries, and Aries are very strategic. They're very observant. That doesn't mean they can't get got, because everybody gets got in this world. Everybody can get got. Everybody can get your ass whooped. But she knows which ones not to really fuck with on when it comes to the mind games. But for some reason, I'm feeling like Jackie Christie, she was baited and she was used, and now she's about to catch the wrath of Malaysia and her family, and possibly lose a friend who she worked so hard to get, and prove that she wasn't this crazy bitch or this crazy wild woman who couldn't hold herself with a lot of integrity. And it kind of sucks, but something's not right. Something's not adding up. And we get that the story's kind of funny anyway. I feel like whatever was said was, I feel like this is a true story, but I feel like Jackie's part in it is being distorted, or she's being extorted in a sense. Like, something is just not right, and I don't understand why she's being the scapegoat. Besides the fact that she didn't honor their friendship enough to give her the first call before she carried the bone, as the Real Housewives of Atlanta would say, the bone collector. I don't understand that, but I especially with my psychics, even if you don't do any cards, but just kind of meditate and think on it. Even if you don't watch reality TV, I could just feel the energy. You know, this season's kind of all over the place. The energy is just, it's weird, but this whole situation, it's weird, and I feel like there is some innocence on Jackie's part. I don't know what part maliciously that she really played in this. I've even thought maybe that, because like I said, this goes back to the Leo wanting to be a center of attention. I feel like Jackie never got the recognition as a little girl she wanted. I feel like even maybe Jackie could have did this. Maybe she found some gay guy and she made this storyline up. And she wanted to assassinate. Maybe I feel like she was definitely mad because I feel like people love drama. So I think they wanted to see people wanted to continue to see Evelyn Lozada and Malaysia and Tammy Roman and all of them beef in a sense. And I know that all of them are not beefing against each other, certain ones, but these are the names. So Malaysia, Jennifer, Tammy, and Evelyn, and even Shawnee for a second in OG. But OG and them we're gonna leave that to the side for a different story. But there's just it's either someone set Jackie up on the side as far as some of the girls in the group, and that would be like in the group like Evelyn Lozada, Jennifer Williams, maybe even the girl Dominique, or either I'm getting that Jackie Christie set up this story, paid this gay guy maybe or whatever went down because she didn't like that people were coming back together. Which we all knew that fucking Evelyn Lozada was going to forgive Jennifer Williams. She always does. I don't even know why they carried that shit on. I feel like they were in contact the whole entire time. We were waiting on a new season to come, but that's a different story. But I definitely feel like either Jackie maliciously, I'm not going to say maliciously, I feel like she was just trying to stir some drama and she wanted some friends who were friends, or she probably wanted Malaysia to whip that ass and she was hoping that it was going to work out a certain way, and that kickback came back. Kind of like when you do a curse and you have no business doing a curse because you're in the wrong tune. You haven't admitted your faults, or you know that when you send out the curse, there's a possibility that you may get fucked up too. But you're so whatever wrapped up in it that you're like, fuck it, I'll take whatever's gonna come back to me. But I want this person to suffer, and I feel like that's what it was. Either Jackie Christie set up this plot in the storyline, and that this whatever. Uh, is going on with this rumor and this guy. I feel like either she went out and did this on her own and it backfired as it should have, or either she was set up. But something's not right. She is innocent and she is guilty. But I feel like it's being flip flopped. I feel like she didn't do anything to go against Malaysia. For some reason, I just can't. I don't feel it. I don't feel Jackie doing that. She's not dumb. Jackie's an older Leo, but I know Leos usually can hold their own and they usually have hands. I haven't met a Leo yet who's not either sadistically crazy and will climb through your window and kill you, or fuck you up, or who can't right off the back just whip your ass like face to face and throw hands with you. I've been surrounded by a lot of Leos all my life, and usually female, and they usually hold their own. And yeah, that's just that. So I don't feel like I'm not saying that Jackie is scared of Malaysia, but as you get growing, you know who to pick your battles with. Like, you know, a bitch is on the same time as you as far as fighting. You know, she kind of banged too. You might not even want to take it with her. You're like, damn, that's gonna be a lot of work. A lot of us do. A lot of us will try to fight the bitches we know who are a little bit weaker than us because it's going to be a lot easier. We all do it, don't lie. But I'm going to wrap it up. I know this was kind of all over the place. Sounded like a crackhead, but like I said, there's just more to the story, and I want to get to the bottom of it. I hope that it unfolds, and I hope that Malaysia and Jackie are able to mend their friendship. The only thing that I feel like that Jackie Christie really did was break girl code and break friendship code by not bringing it to Malaysia Pargo and kind of delivering the information all over the place to everybody in the scene and in the circle. But I feel like definitely somebody set this up. I feel like some magic was involved, and it's backfiring. Or either, like I said, Jackie Christie constructed this plan, and it backfired right after. So, you guys, this is my first video. You guys leave your comments in the bottom, and we'll see what you guys think. Alrighty, this is the Cursed Prophet. Hit me up for readings here on YouTube if you want a reading. Leave a comment in the bottom. I will put my email down there once I figure out this YouTube shit. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.